This is horrible. Abomasnow with a shield advantage destroys my backline. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, and if you're a returning subscriber like Jay Camacho, thank you for the support. In today's video, we're taking a look at some battles in the Ultra Premier Classic, and these battles are from Go Battle Day, in which I was able to climb over 200 points in 5 sets, getting past 3,200 rating, and I wasn't really expecting to win with this team. I'm gonna be honest, I was looking to tank and I was thinking what kind of team I could run. I thought Triple Shadow would be fun, it would be fast, and most likely would end up in losses, but it turns out that these 3 Shadow Pokemon were actually a lot more overpowered than I thought, and this team went on an absolute rampage. So the team consists of a Shadow Lapras in the lead. We got Shadow Dragonite operating as a safe switch for the most part, and then Shadow Swampert in the back. The main thinking behind this team is that Lapras appears to have a very solid spot in the meta as a lead. There's a lot of Trevenant, there's a lot of Charizard right now, there's a lot of Swampert, so it's a very safe lead for the most part. And then Dragonite and Swampert, although they don't both cover the weaknesses of Lapras, they work pretty well, and Swampert itself is just a very strong Pokemon for this meta, so it's going to put in work no matter what. I'm not exactly sure how legit of a team this is. I did do 6 sets in about 5 hours on Go Battle Day. No negative sets, a lot of 4-1s, no 5-0s, but also no negative sets. Mostly 4-1s, couple 3-2s, a very interesting team to say the least, and we're going to take a look at 2 complete sets of battles in this video. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure you smash that like button to help this channel grow. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so let's kick things off with the first battle of 2 sets. We got a Triple Shadow team, so you know it's going to be a lot of fun. Lapras into one of the most beautiful leads you could see, a Crobat right here. So the opponent is going to swap out into a Snorlax, and Snorlax is a bit of an awkward switch for me because I didn't necessarily know which Pokemon I wanted to bring in, or did I want to stay in with the Lapras, so I decided the best play here was to actually let the opponent throw some energy first, throw the Surf, and then swap out into my Dragonite. And I was hoping from here I could tank one Body Slam and commit to the complete farm down with Dragonite, but as it turns out, we're not going to be able to actually do that. And I should have been able to tell from the HP range that they would get to this Body Slam, but it forces us to burn a shield here, make the argument that swapping into Dragonite immediately would make more sense, or even Swampert for that matter, but I figured that throwing the move with the Lapras was something worth testing. Did end up getting a shield, but you can see the opponent right here actually no shields the first move. I went for Dragon Claw because I wanted the guaranteed damage, but if we did land that Hurricane, it would have dealt heavy damage, so totally fine. We saw the Lapras here for the Crobat. They're going to throw a move right here. It has to be a Poison Fang because I don't think they actually built up to the Shadow Ball, so I'm going to throw the Surf right here and then actually swap out into our own Swampert, and I'm going to try and sneak in the extra move because I feel we are behind by 1 mud shot and we were able to do it right there. So I do shield up the Hydro Cannon, and I'm going to overfarm a little bit. I know I could survive 1 more Hydro Cannon from this Swampert, so it's okay if we do lose CMP, we will survive this, and we're going to be able to outpace to back-to-back Hydro Cannons here. First one likely to get a shield, or the opponent decides to let it go through instead. So saving the shield for the Crobat here, and now this will definitely get the shield from the Crobat, and it really comes down to whether or not I could get to this second Hydro Cannon. But the opponent's in a pretty tough spot because they have to sort of store a second move for the Lapras as well, because Ice Shard is dealing super effective damage. So we end up getting to the Hydro Cannon here. They were probably building well past the Poison Fang. We take game number 1. Pretty straightforward alignment right there, winning that game. Let's hop into battle number 2. This is a much more challenging lead right here. It is an Empoleon, so I'm going to swap out into Dragonite. Dragonite here is often going to get the opponent to switch, but Empoleon's a decent, I mean, it's a pretty neutral matchup, Dragonite versus the Empoleon still, but when they bring in their own Dragonite here, I'm expecting this to be Empoleon Double Dragon with Kingdra in the back. So now I'm thinking, how do I want to play this? They're unlikely to be at an Outrage or a Hurricane, so I'm going to let the first move go through here. I'm hoping I can farm down before they get to the next move, which we are able to do. And we do have a shield advantage here, which is obviously very nice. So Empoleon comes back in, but notice my Swampert is actually running Sludge Wave, not Earthquake. So this is actually a pretty decent matchup for Empoleon against the Swampert in most scenarios. So I'm actually going to throw the Skull Bash here and hoping this goes through. So then after I could swap out into the Swampert and apply pressure with just straight Hydro Cannon. So as you see right here, we're going to use that shield. We are ahead by 1. So Hydro Cannon comes through. and the opponent's actually staying in, which makes me think maybe it's not a Kingdra in the back, and maybe they are weak to Swampert. So I throw the Hydro Cannon there, I'm building past it, trying to throw in the CMP, but they swap out instead, and they are in fact very weak to Swampert in the back with the Nidoqueen, hoping I could outpace here before they get to a Poison Fang, which we are able to do. Hydro Cannon is going to take out the Nidoqueen, and then the Empoleon is going to come back in. I'm actually going to decide to shield here because I feel that the Mud Shot damage is going to be doing more than the Ice Shard, especially because my Lapras is very low. I felt that was the safer play there, and we end up taking that game off to a 2-0 start with the team that I wasn't expecting to win with, but turns out it's actually a pretty solid team here despite being triple shadow. We see a Charizard right here. Charizard very popular, of course. Rise to Occasion did reach #1 in the world with a Charizard lead. That Charizard had Wing Attack. This one has Dragon Breath. Both are very solid. Still gonna throw the Surf right here. Does get the first shield. And the opponent is building up. I felt like this could be a Blast Burn, so I'm actually going to shield up here. Don't want to take heavy damage. We do get baited, which is unfortunate. The opponent makes a great swap into the Venusaur right here, counting the moves, and the Surf is going to land the Venusaur, not doing much. Swap out into Dragonite here, obviously a very solid answer to this Venusaur. I'm actually hoping that this Dragon Claw goes through and I can farm down before they get to the Sludge Bomb, and we actually are able to do that. So that is a big break for us right there. Now the Charizard is going to come back in, and because we are so healthy, they're going to be forced to throw energy here. And I figure it's not worth shielding here, just let the Dragonite go down, but I can't really come in with the Swampert, right? Because I can't farm down with Mud Shot. They'll likely get to another move, so coming in Lapras is the safer play. Now they did overfarm a little bit probably on the Dragonite, so I'm going to respect the potential Blast Burn here. Need to keep this alive. It is in fact Blast Burn. They swap out into Machamp, which isn't great, so I'm going to throw this Surf here, really hoping to get this shield, which we do, and I swap out into Swampert. Now, it isn't a Shadow Machamp, or else this Hydro Cannon would basically KO, I believe. So they will survive this, and it almost knocks them out, but the Machamp is going to get to 2 moves here. And I'm actually not even going to throw the Hydro Cannon here at this point. Notice I don't click it because I don't want to give their Charizard free farm here. I feel that's enough health on the Swampert where they could actually get to a Dragon Claw and potentially win this game. So I didn't hit the Hydro Cannon. In this case, we would have lost CMP anyways because they were at a cross chop. But if they were not at the cross chop, definitely did not want to go off the Hydro Cannon there. So I let the opponent take me out, give them no farm, take that game. We are 3-0 and things are going a lot better than expected. An Empoleon lead once again, very difficult. Swap out into Dragonite. And this time the opponent is actually staying in. So I'm going to stay in here. I am going to shield. If they're going to stay in this match, I guess we're going to just play it out here. And I do build up to the Hurricane, but I'm going to go for the Dragon Claws once again. And let's see if the opponent decides to shield us up. They let it go through. It's a little bit of a bummer for me, but they will likely shield this second one right here, or else we are likely to take switch. So they do shield up here. And I think at this point, I'm just going to let the Dragonite go down here. No real point to shield. Drill Peck comes through, and I believe we will come in here with the Swampert. Yeah. And I'm going to look to commit to a very aggressive farm down, able to do it before they get to the move. So the gamble paid off for us. Opponent was racing. Dragonite comes in, and notice I'm running Sludge Wave, like I said. Deals heavy damage to the Dragon. It doesn't flip the match, of course, but it is very nice. Kingdra in the back, so here is the Empoleon double dragon line I was speaking about. I'm actually going to respect the... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to call the Octazooka there. Actually, didn't seem like they could be at an outrage, so I did no shield that. But right here, I build up to the Ice Beam, bait with the Surf. We don't have Ice Beam, so here is where I throw the game. I go for the Surf, which is a mistake. I definitely should have been going for the Skull Bash because that would have knocked out the Kingdra here. And then the Ice Shard damage might have been enough to take out the Dragonite, but I decided to play it this way instead. And as you can see, that actually allows them to farm down, which is unfortunate. And their win con here is Octazooka getting the debuff. So they throw the Octazooka, the attack falls, and that means the Dragonite is likely to survive this Hydro Cannon right here. What a break for the opponent. They survive with like 1 HP. They survive the Mud Shot as well. Oh my gosh. I'm praying I could survive this. Hang on. The Mud Shot takes out the Dragonite. At this point, I was celebrating. Bang! And there comes the Kingdra in the back that I thought was dead. So we ended up losing the first game. Definitely got unlucky in that battle, but we did make a mistake not going for the Skull Bash as well. So even though we got unlucky, we definitely threw that game, and we did not deserve to win as a result of that error. So Lapras into a Shadow Snorlax right here. Shadow Snorlax. I'd actually much much rather see Shadow Snorlax than regular Snorlax as a switch. In the lead though, they almost always go for the superpower. I know it's going to be superpower, but I let it go through. They bring in Gallade, which is a huge problem right here because I don't have a great answer. Dragonite basically the best one, so I am going to shield this up, and I just want to get rid of this immediately because it kind of destroys both of my Pokemon, Swampert and the Lapras. Just want to get rid of this. Dragonclaw takes it out. Thank goodness. Snorlax comes back in. And right here, a little bit weird, we lose CMP, which I'm pretty sure should not be happening. We both have one-turn moves. So that's a huge break for the opponent right there. And I let the move go through. So instead, we lose our energy. The opponent doesn't have to burn a shield, and the game just gets flipped on its head. So they take that Surf coming to Toxicroak. Thank goodness it's a Toxicroak because this is something Swampert will be able to handle. And with their Snorlax having about 1 HP in the back, we should be good here. We, I believe, should outpace the 2 Hydro Cannons. So the first one will get the shield from the opponent, and we should get to the second one before the Mud Bomb right here. Not sure if we would survive a Mud Bomb, but we probably would from this range, to be honest. So Hydro Cannon comes through, takes out the Toxicroak. 1 HP Snorlax in the back, catching the work. We end up going 4-1 in this first set. Definitely was not expecting a result like this with the team, but like I said, Triple Shadow apparently seemed very legit. And these are 3 Shadow Pokemon that are very strong, so not really too surprising that the team is doing well. 31-52. So hopping into the next set of battles right here. And we are still running the same team. We got Shadow Lapras in the lead, and we see an Empoleon. So a lot of Empoleon leads, and that is obviously a very challenging lead for Lapras. So we simultaneously swap. And there's almost no reason for an Empoleon to ever swap out of a Lapras lead match unless they're running an ABB team that requires a swap. So I'm thinking right now, this has to be a double grass team. And when they come back with Empoleon, kind of tells you it is, right? So Empoleon coming in here, gonna throw the Dragonclaw. And my switch timer is just way too, there's too much time left, so there's no point shielding here trying to keep the Dragonite alive. I know it'd be useful for whatever's in the back, but it's just not worth it at this point. So I'm coming to Swampert here, expecting the grass type, want to get this out of the way now. I am going to throw the Hydro Cannon. I'm praying for a shield here, because if it is a grass type, I kind of need a shield advantage to win with the Lapras, and it is a Venusaur. So this is a situation where I can't win this unless I have that shield advantage right here. So we are going to shield up. And basically, we're at the Ice Beam. I'm going to bait. I don't have Ice Beam, but we're going to throw the Surf. And then from here, we do get the shield. So there's no point to build up to Ice Beam anymore. We don't have it. And we can't get a shield. They don't have a shield. So there's no point to really throw the Ice Beam or pretend to get to the Ice Beam because it's not like they could shield anyway. So just throw straight Surf. Going to shield up the Frenzy Plant right here. Commits to the Farm Down. And the Empoleon comes back in. I am going to throw the Surf. And I believe this will actually take out the Empoleon from this range as a Shadow. Very nice damage. We take that game against an Empoleon lead. So again, challenging lead, but simultaneous swap definitely worked out in our favor that time. And let's hop into the next battle. We got Lapras into a Dragonite. So this is the kind of lead you want to see. A lot better than the Empoleon, of course. Opponent swaps out into Snorlax. This time a Shadow. And like I said in the first battle, this is where I was making a lot of my misplays. It was sort of in this awkward situation with Snorlax where I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I kept on making this play where I would take the first move, wait for the Snorlax to get Giant Energy, and then throw a Surf. When I get that shield, that is very, very nice. And I am going to come in here with the Dragonite. Debated shielding this, but I did decide to let it go through. And I realized I couldn't farm down here, so I'm just going to throw the Dragonclaw. Obviously, I can't farm down, but I'm hoping after this Dragonclaw, I can farm down. And once again, extremely unlucky. They did sneak in one lick during that Lapras matchup, so that definitely ended up costing me the shield advantage there, which is a big blow. Their own Dragonite comes back in, not good. I should definitely be waiting out the switch time right here to the full extent, which we do. They swap out into SirFetch'd. I'm going to throw the Surf. I am hoping they shield this up, but they do not, which is a risky play on their part, but it ends up being the correct play from the opponent. If this is Leaf Blade, it's basically game over, so I do shield and it is Leaf Blade. So Night Slash, maybe we could survive and save one shield, but with Leaf Blade, nothing we could do. Hydro Cannon comes through. They're going to outpace us here with that energy lead as well. As you can see, Leaf Blade is going to be overkill. Bang to myself. Swampert goes down. Lapras does farm down, but unfortunately, that Dragonite is way too healthy. One Dragon Breath takes us out, and those are the kind of games you hate to lose. A solid lead matchup, Lapras into Dragonite. To lose the game like that is very painful, and those are the ones that definitely hurt. Doesn't hurt so much after you reach Legend, but on the grind to Legend, you definitely want to win those games. So Snorlax here, once again Shadow into Lapras. Again, they always throw the superpower and then swap out. This time they go Body Slam, so that's a lot better for me, obviously. Build up to the Skull Bash. I'm going to go for the Surf right here. If they no shield this, okay, they do shield, so I'm going to throw the second Surf. And then I'll likely swap out, I believe, here. Yeah, I do swap out this time into Swampert. And the opponent's going to throw a move here. So I'm going to let this go through. Is the superpower, that's totally fine. That means they're going to swap. They bring Gyarados, and look at this. Sludge Wave is going to deal huge. This is a Shadow Gyarados, so you know it's coming. Bang! There it is. Gyarados taking huge damage. You love to see it. Obviously not enough to KO, but we come in with the Lapras right here. I am going to shield this up and try to commit to the farm down. We don't get the defense dropped as well. Perfect situation. Snorlax comes back in. It is dry energy, so we're going to outpace to the Surf right here. Surf gets the shield. I swap to Dragonite, looking to commit to the farm down, which we do. And the opponent, they don't want the smoke. Backing out of that match. Ben Simmons hitting the practice. Ben Simmons trying to come back. Actually, let's talk about ball for a second. The Chicago Bulls are looking super solid this season. Really like what I'm seeing. DeRozan, Lonzo Ball is balling out of his mind, actually. But look at this lead right here. Lapras into Venusaur. A horrible lead, but again, we have Swampert in the back, so we want to see this Venusaur right here. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to get rid of this in the lead position. And you can see we do get the shield there. Always want to build up to the Ice Beam the first time. Gonna have to shield up this second Frenzy Plant right here. And of course, I throw here at the Surf. We're not at the Ice Beam, so it could be a no shield from the opponent, but I will take that. They swap out into a Snorlax. So I'm going to build up to the Surf right here. This will do some nice damage. Let's see if they decide to shield this. They do not, so I'm going to let the Snorlax throw some energy here. Take out the Lapras and then swap out into my Swampert. Reason I come with Swampert is because obviously it has 0 play against that Venusaur. So putting a lot of faith into the Dragonite here. Body Slam comes through. Gonna overfarm a little bit past the Hydro Cannon. And this will be enough to take out the Snorlax here. Now I know Venusaur is gonna come back in, so I'm getting ready to swap out immediately. I'm already clicking the Dragonite. Clicking it, waiting. And there it is. Comes in, we're able to farm down, which I found fascinating. Toxicroak in the back, so this is definitely playable right here. Toxicroak is going to beat Dragonite in the 0 vs 1 shield because of the Sludge Bomb. They shield the Dragon Claw, of course. Sludge Bomb will be enough to KO from this range, I believe. But then Swampert should be able to come in and get to the Hydro Cannon. The Toxicroak should be dry in energy after throwing that Sludge Bomb. Hydro Cannon going to come through, and we're going to be able to take this game against the Toxicroak. Very nice win right there. Let's hop into the next battle. So we got Hector Twin here. I believe this is the final battle of the video. And we got Lapras into a Shadow Swampert. So pretty solid matchup for Lapras here. Of course, the Earthquake is going to hurt. And I was considering trying to catch the Earthquake onto the Dragonite here. So you're going to see, after I throw this Surf, I'm going to count the moves and try to swap on the Earthquake. And I actually didn't, so I shield instead, and thankfully I did not try to catch on Dragonite because this opponent is not running Earthquake, and my Dragonite would have got destroyed by that Sludge Wave. So I'm pretty thankful that that did not happen, but after they show Sludge Wave, I'm able to just commit to the farm down. This is horrible. Abomasnow with a shield advantage destroys my backline, so I need to do whatever I can with the Lapras here. I am definitely shielding this up because I need to get this thing as low as possible. We did increase the defense, so we have to go straight Energy Ball, which is definitely a break for us. Surf still chunks somewhat at the Abomasnow, and we get to this next Surf before the Energy Ball, which is huge. I am praying for a no shield right here. Thank you, they did not shield. They're gonna throw the Energy Ball, but look at this. They are in range of a Dragon Breath farm down right here. Thank goodness. Dragonite is going to come in. They swap out to Charizard. You love to see it. Swampert avoiding that Abomasnow. Gonna get to this Hydro Cannon. Charizard about to catch that work. Bang! There it is. Charizard getting taken out. Farm down with a Mud Shot. Abomasnow go home. We take that game back-to-back 4-1 sets. Going to bring us up just below 3,200. So those were the battles in the Ultra Premier Classic with a team that I wasn't expecting to win with, but it turns out it just kept on winning, and it's actually a somewhat solid team. I mean, it is triple shadow, so you'd expect it to be glassy, risky to use, but it actually performs very well within this meta. There are no XL Pokemon. That's definitely going to help out. But if you guys have the Pokemon available to you, I recommend testing it out. It worked for me, got me into the 3200s, so maybe it'll work for you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.